Hello FlossTube, my name is Sarah. I'm from Memphis and this is my channel about cross stitch. Welcome, welcome. Today is Sunday, November the 6th, and this is FlossTube number 21 for me. Yeah, so I hope everyone had a great October. I was very busy with work and got a bunch of spooky stitching in, and I have some good stuff to share with y'all today. I've got FFOs, FOs, FFOs, fully finished objects. That means something that is ready to be put on your wall or displayed in your home. FOs, finished objects. That means something that you finished stitching and is ready to be FFO'd at some point. Yeah, I've got a lot to share with y'all. I've been putting up my Halloween stuff and getting out now. Okay, so I love Christmas as much as the next person. I love it a lot. I've already gifted one of my favorite coworkers with some of Little Debbie Christmas trees I brought. We've listened to Christmas music at work. Okay, however, my house has a season that happens before Christmas. That would be harvest, Thanksgiving, autumn, etc., etc. So all of that sort of situation is what's going on in my house right now. So I was putting away Halloween decorations and taking out some harvest decorations, and thought I would share a few things with y'all. Just because I shared a bunch of stuff that I got finished over the summer as far as like spooky finishes, and I'm not going to share all those, but there were a couple that I finished like back in 2020 that when I was putting them up, I thought, oh, I should probably share these. And then I've got a few things that I finished, not many, that are for Thanksgiving, harvest time. And I need to do better with that. I love it. I love so many beautiful charts and so much stuff even kitted up. But I just don't have a lot of decor as far as cross stitch decor for that season just yet. But I have time, right? Okay, so let's see, where am I gonna start today? So life update has just basically been, we had a great October. My grandson, we celebrated his first Halloween, and he was dressed up as a super cute little bear. I'll put a picture of him in at the end. Yeah, a busy month again, work-wise, super busy around here. The weather's been warm, we haven't gotten cold yet. I did turn the heat on one day, and that was mainly because my grandson was over, and it was pretty chilly, and I just kind of needed something to knock the chill off for him. But other than that, everything's going okay. I'm still on for some hand surgery in December, so I've got plans coming up that I'm going to talk about. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get going on the stitching, and thanks for coming back to watch. It's nice to see y'all. All right, so let's just start with my first FFO. This was a piece that I stitched for my grandson on the day of his birth. It's his birth sampler. It is called Loved Boy by Amy Brooken. I do have a little Post-it note over here just because you all know his name's Brooks, but I just don't want his birth date and everything just blaring out on here. So what's it say? You are stronger than you know and loved more than you can imagine. And it's got a little bit of plastic around it because I did pick it up from being framed. My LNS sent it off to a framer for me. We picked out the frame. I think it's really sweet blue that picks up the blue in the chart and is going to look great in Brooks's nursery. I stitched this on well, I know it was like a vintage antique white. I think this is Weigart. It's probably a 32 count if I had to guess. And I used the called for fancy floss. So yeah, pretty. I love it. I'm happy with the framing. The framing didn't take too long and wasn't super expensive. So I will be I'm gonna be sending something else off to the framer pretty soon again. Probably Peter Pan. I did have another big finish though, but I can't frame her yet. And I'll get into all that in just a minute. But yeah, I thought this turned out really good. I wanted to share this with you all before I gave it to my daughter for Brooks's nursery. But yeah, it came and it's framed and it's backed really nice, and it already has the hardware for hanging and the little felt feet, plasticky things at the back here so it doesn't mess your wall up. And so yeah, I will be sending that on over to their home for Brooksy now. All right. Let me just get out some previous Halloween FFOs out of the way before I get my big finish. One of the first things I started stitching when I started stitching back in 2020 is I picked out this Mill Hill kit because I loved it, with no idea how intense a Mill Hill kit can be. And not only just like a little tiny baby one, like kind of like the ones that are like this. A lot of stitching in here, y'all. This one is by Mill Hill. It's called Moonlit Treaters. It is stitched on perforated paper. This is one of the Mill Hill frames that you can get for the Mill Hill pieces. I think it's more like a buttons and beads series that this fits. My LNS does carry them. And I mean, it wasn't a terribly expensive frame. It does come with a little post in the back. But anyway, yeah, so there's Moonlit Treaters. It's fun to put that out at Halloween. That a little button always kind of wants to cut to the side. Makes me wonder if I should go back in and do a little something about it. But I love all the beads on it in real life. It pretty much just really sparkles and shines. This, I loved this. This was probably the reason why I chose to do this chart, was I love this big old moon with the bats flying around it. And that thing to stitch was a booger bear. No joke. No joke. But yeah, that's one of my faves. And I just thought I would share that because, you know, you haven't seen, but look at this little treater. Oh my gosh. And this ghost. Oh, of course, the witch. Yeah. So, I mean, I just thought I would share it because, yeah, you didn't see it earlier in the year. I'm just going to stick it up there for now. Another one of my very first stitches is this little cutie. It's called Downdraft. I got this chart out of the Halloween, Just Cross Stitch Halloween edition in 2020. This is, it's stitched on a linen. It's probably a 28 count. I did use called for fancy floss because I remember feeling very fancy. This was my first time beading. So these are really, really pretty. I can't remember what beads these are. I'd have to look them up. They are pony beads, so they're the larger beads, but the colors, I just remember just being kind of like super impressed with the colors of those beads. I did frame this myself. It's just a little frame I either got off a big box store, from a big box store, or off Amazon. I can't remember exactly. This was Turquoise Graphics and Designs, and the designer was Gunan UN. I did have this posted on my my Instagram like way back from when I first started, and I did tag them in it if you were interested or if you couldn't find it. But yeah, I got this out of the Halloween 2020 Just Cross Stitch. I think it's so cute. Yeah, I enjoy getting this out every year. That's fun. Stick those up there. Another one that I really, really like is this one by the Blue Flower. Strange Things Are Seen on Halloween. This chart is called Halloween Parade by the Blue Flower. I stitched this with all the called for colors of floss. I stitched it on I think this is a 32 count antique by Picture This Plus. I did send this off to Keepsakes to be FFO'd, and they did a wonderful job. I love this trim by Lady Dot. It's chenille trim in the color Sequoia. I really love how it helps pick up a lot of colors in this stitch. I did personalize this one. This is my cat Bella. Bella has one blue eye and one green gold eye. So that's Bella. She is white. That's her up in the tree. I love, probably my favorite, I love this little dog down here with this unicorn mane on. They're all so super, super cute. Like, it's a super fun stitch. I love seeing people stitch this, and I hate to put this one up. This one's fun. I hate to put this one up every year. I don't know if I can stick it up there without it knocking stuff over. So anyway, those were some past Halloween FFOs that I didn't share with you last month when I shared kind of the other stuff. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a peep at those. And in addition to that, I'll just give you a peep at two more that I'm going to be putting out to display the rest of this month. Now, you have seen this over the summer, but he's so cute, I couldn't resist. This is Prince of Pies. This is the Autumn Royalty chart. There was a set of 3 by Lindy Stitches. I love him. I love this owl. Look at that head, Prince of Pies. He's wonderful. He is wonderful. I got this finished at Keepsakes as well. Really nice backing and cording around here. But isn't he sweet? I stitched him on a Joblin, I think it's like a dense fog. That's by Witchelt. And then I have one more. And this was an early stitch for me too. This is T is for Turkey. Sorry about the glare there. This is by Beth Twist of Heartstring Samplery. And I stitched this on a 32 count Zweigart in the color Dirty. I stitched this using the called for fancy floss. It was charted in Classic Colorworks. I remember really enjoying this. This was maybe one of my earlier stitches where I did use fancy floss, and I remember really liking like this blue-green color around the turkeys. I'm pretty sure that color is called Poblano Pepper. I thought it was really cool, and I love this one. I purchased the frame this is in because these frames work just perfect for this whole alphabet series that Beth Twist had done. I purchased this from Signed and Numbered. They're out of Salt Lake City. They have an Etsy store, or they did. I think they still did, because I'm pretty sure these are the frames that Stephanie of Lindy Stitches is using for her Bird Crush Club. This frame is amazing. It comes in a lot of different colors and like just stages of distress, but it's really a nice, super thick, heavy frame. It does have the little peg. I think I must have hung it up because I didn't. I know I didn't. I probably just taped it back on here when I was done. But yeah, and that's their little store. They have stamped on the back there. But I love this frame, and this is such a fun. It was such a fun stitch. So that I'm excited to put that out now that it's that time of year. Okay, going along pretty good. All right, I had to finish this month. Now, remember when I talked to you all last month, I talked about all of my spooky plans, and I was fairly successful. I think there were probably, out of that whole range that I showed y'all that were possibles, I think there were maybe 6 or 7 that I didn't touch. I did work a lot. When I say I work a lot, like I'm a PRN worker, so I'm as needed. So, I mean, an 8-hour shift is an 8-hour shift, and I still stitch on 8-hour shift days. But when I work a lot of the 14-hour shift days, I don't get much stitching done. We get like a 30-minute lunch break, and that's kind of when I try to jam in a little bit of stitching on those days just to kind of decompress. But like those days are not productive stitching days for me at all. So when I say I work a lot, those are the days that kind of trip me up as far as my stitchy plans. But I had a surprise finish, because remember I told you all that there was maybe one that I thought I could finish, and it was Things I Know for Certain by M. Kissa Creations. That's based off of a Practical Magic poem, and I thought maybe that would be the one. That was not the one, y'all. So I'm very excited about this finish because, excuse me, she's finished on she is finished on the favorite piece of fabric I have ever gotten from Bestitch Me. So I would like to introduce y'all to the Trick or Treat Fairy by Nora Corbett. She is stitched on a 32 count piece of Garden Party by Bestitch Me. And the colors are coming out pretty true right now. I'm pretty impressed with this, because this fabric is like take your breath away stuff. I adore it. It's got creams and browns and greens and like dirty muddly green and orange, and then lighter oranges and peach, and it's just it's amazing. It's amazing. This is Trick or Treat Fairy. I started Trick or Treat Fairy with my friend Leann of Leann Stitches and Forbidden Fabrico. We started her last Halloween together, and I kind of went back. I have some project cards that I've not been very good at using this year, just because I've really been using my book of days. But I did go back and count up, and I stitched on her for a total of 12 days. Now, 12 days might mean 30 minutes one day or 8 hours another day. I don't really know. I don't keep up with my time. You know what I mean? So I had 12 days of stitching on her. And actually, my hands are getting tired. Actually, I stitched on her, just kind of stitched on her in October, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, it became really important for me to finish her. Like, she became my focus. I'm gonna finish this Trick or Treat Fairy. So as you can see, she's stitched in DMC, Kreinik, and lots of Mill Hill beads. I'm gonna kind of fold her a little bit so I can kind of break down certain areas. So let's start with the moon. So the moon's kind of interesting. The moon is stitched in a Kreinik, and that is the Blue Ice Kreinik. And here's the story with that. I ordered probably a month or more before Leann and I started this. I started trying to get my hands on some Blue Ice Kreinik number 4. And I wasn't able to do that. My LNS couldn't get any in. I couldn't find any. And so my LNS had number 8. So I was like, I'm just going to take the number 8. Little did I know, I had never stitched with Kreinik number 4 or probably number 8. I definitely had never stitched with number 8 by that point. Sorry, when he's barking, I think must be a cat. She thinks the cats are going to break into our house. I don't know. Anyway, so I never stitched with a Kreinik number 8 before. I hope to never stitch with the Kreinik number 8 again. That being said, Leann and I were at market and we talked to the Kreinik people and we thought we got our hands on a cone of Blue Ice Kreinik number 4. So I requested Leann has custody of the cone. I requested a portion. She brought me a portion to one of our stitch days and I just kind of had it put up in my bag. I never looked at it. I never did anything with it. I just put it in the Trick or Treat Fairy bag and thought, well, when I get ready to use it, I have it. So once I finished all of my X's, I started up in this top area for beading and Kreinik. And I did kind of a different method. I didn't do all the beads at once and all of the Kreinik at once. I kind of went back and forth because there's a lot of beads and Kreinik mixed in on this chart, and it just made sense for me to kind of do them both simultaneously. So I go get out the Kreinik and I start stitching on this moon and I'm like, what the heck? Like, Leann, have you used this blue yet for the moon? Of course, I don't know what count fabric she's stitching on. I'm on a 32. So 32, especially a hand-dyed 32, can sometimes even be a little bit tight for these guys. Anyway, Leann was like, well, I stitched some of that with for the headband, but she didn't really have a big issue with it. I thought I was really struggling, if y'all can see that. I wish you could see like how raised it is. It's a poofy moon. It's like, do you remember those globes in school with the relief maps on it where you could feel the mountains? That's my moon, okay? It's a chunky blue moon, all right? But it did fine. I just knew that I wasn't going to be using it on any other parts of this chart. It called for it in her headdress, but it also used another blue in this chart. It's blue meringue. It was number 4, much easier to work with. And you know what? After some very brief deliberation, I just went with the blue meringue in her headdress, and I don't think it hurts it. I don't think it hurts it. So we got lots of beads across the top. We have beading throughout her dress. Yes, and in her headdress. And all of this, and beading just takes longer than you think, especially when there are a lot of beads, like across here. It takes longer than I expect. I'm always like, am I not done yet? But it's not difficult. You just have to pack your patience. I had to take a lot of breaks when I was working on her. Like, I'd be like, okay, I'm getting irritated about XYZ. And when you start getting irritated, then you don't do a very good job and stuff starts looking funky. And I'm like, you know what? Stepping away for a few minutes. So that's what I did for several days when I was working on her. Now, let's get down to this area. I love this. This was so fun to stitch with all the Kreinik. Like, look at the little swirls around the pumpkins. Yeah. It's in an emerald Kreinik. It is gorgeous. That's the other thing that doesn't really come through. Like the word trick or treat, it's stitched in a garnet Kreinik. Garnet Kreinik. Garnet Krynic, and it's gorgeous. Like it, when I'm looking at it, and it just doesn't come through on the video, but like, or pictures, but when I'm looking at it, it is so beautiful. I can't wait to be able to display this at home. So I loved stitching all the little curly cues around the pumpkins and using all the green and putting all those beads in. But let's talk about these spider webs. So they're beautiful. The effect is beautiful. They were a lot of work stitching those spider webs. I don't really know why they were so much work, except that they were kind of in nowhere land as far as where you would be tacking them off. And yeah, I just didn't want stuff to, I see I've got another one. I've got to pull a little tighter on here. Yeah, they were just a little bit of a challenge, but the effect is fabulous. And I'm so happy to have her done. Now, like the day I finished her and posted her on Instagram, or maybe the day after, I got a message from several people about, Jill Rensel had recently framed one of these for someone, and her framing was fantastic. It's gorgeous. I mean, the mat's got painted pumpkins on it and like a diamond pattern, and it's to die for. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Are you going to get yours framed? Well, I can't wait to get mine framed. I don't know if I'm going to go Jill Rensel and get it framed, but I can't wait to get it framed. But I do not know what is going on with Winnie. I am so sorry. Hold on just a second for me. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what Winnie was. She was protecting the house, so I had to bring her in here with me so she could settle down. So basically, oh, I got some little dusties flying in the air. So basically, wonderful people pointed out to me this new frame that Jill Rensel had done of someone else's trick-or-treat fairy, and I love it. But I'm not going to be framing her before next Halloween because I'm pretty sure she's going to go with me to the Queen City Stitch Retreat for the brag table next October. That's the beginning of next October. So right now, she's my largest Nora Corbett that I have finished. And yeah, I think I'll take her with me. But since I will 99.9% sure be flying, because it's like the Queen City Stitch Retreat is in Charlotte, and that's, I don't know, like 10, 11, 12-hour drive, something. I'm not going to be driving. I'm planning to fly. So I don't want to be trying to, you know, transport things in a frame to a retreat. So I'll just, but I'm not sure what to do with her when I get there. Like, will she just look kind of funny, just flopped on the floor? I mean, not on the floor, flopped on the table. I don't know if maybe I can pick up a poster board or something when I get there. I don't know. We'll see. But there she is. I love her. Oh, I probably should do something for, like my, whatchamacallit, my, what's the darn thing called? When they take your picture for your, I don't know. Here we go. Let's try this. I might take that. I might have to cut that out too. That seemed very, very forced. What is that still called? Now I'm having a complete, like, blank about that. Anyway, I think there's going to be lots of, like, cutting and editing going on in this one, because this one's turning out to be kind of a hot mess again. Again, like last time. All right, so those were my finishes. Those were my FFOs. Let's get on to my spooky whips of October. Okay, sorry, y'all. I don't know if I'm coming or going between Winnie and my son asking me questions. So let me just kind of refocus and start back over. We are talking about whips. So I worked on lots of different pieces this past month. I had one finish and 5 new starts. I know that's not a really great ratio when you're trying to cut down on your whip situation, but it is what it is. I had a great time. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of X's done every day, but I did touch a lot of pieces. This is my book of days for October. I am super excited to say my LNS Stitchers Inc. called me last week and told me that my 2023 book of days was in. I have really enjoyed keeping up with my whips this way. I just write what I stitch on every day. And then I make a little column for starts and a little column for finishes. And yeah, it's simple and it works for me, and it's fun to decorate it with the stickers. Kind of just keeps things motivated. And yeah, so let's talk about some of these whips and starts. All right, so my first start was not spooky. In fact, yeah, she was included in this one. This is Miss Fairy Flora. Isn't she gorgeous? If you'll remember, I wanted to start her back, I don't know, might have been in May for like Mira May, I'm thinking. I didn't get her started, but I started her because of my friend Maggie. It was her birthday, and she had a hashtag Kitschy birthday Sal. So I started Fairy Flora. Maggie has been wonderful getting to know her this past year. She has definitely sparked my enthusiasm for the Mirabilias and the Chatelaines. She started Chatelaine Wednesday with my friend Amy, Fiber Arts Amy. She's also working with Amy to put on the Queen City Stitch Retreat in Charlotte next October. She gives back a lot to our community, always posting, always has a great attitude. So I was really happy to start this in honor of Maggie's birthday this month. So Fairy Flora is a piece that I have been wanting to start for quite some time. Fairy Flora is MD number 7, so she's an oldie but a goodie. She came out in 1994. I was still in high school and had no concern at all with stitching, cross stitch, anything then. I think she's beautiful. And if you'll remember, I had a little story about her and her fabric. So the call for fabric for her is Barnwood by Witchelt. And I started her on Barnwood by Picture This Plus, which just so happened to be cut in the exact size that I needed for her, which is odd because she's tall and skinny. And it was actually cut lengthwise by the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa for a Rosewood Manor piece, the one with all of the antique buttons on it. But I picked it up just because I like the color. And anyway, she works perfect for her. So I'll show you my little start. I did just get a little start because I only got like a little bit of an afternoon on her, but there we are. So this little piece right here is pretty much like right here in the middle of her dress. Lots of whites and pale pinks. And I will go on and show you the DMC. She actually has a ton of DMC, but it's very, very pretty, like, and it's gonna look just really fabulous on this fabric. I think it's just really everything's gonna pop. So I'm excited about that. I am glad I got started on her. I don't know when I'm gonna be putting more X's in on her, maybe on some Mira Mondays, but yeah. She's wonderful. She only has, it's like one, is it a blending filament? She has one blending filament, which when you use a blending filament of the chronic, you usually use it in conjunction with another thread. And she's got some really pretty subtle beads, about 4 or 5 colors of beads. And so, yeah, I'm excited to get some more work on her. Fairy Flora, that was an unexpected October start for me. All right, another one. This is another new start. Now, this was not unexpected. This was planned. I started this on October the 1st with my friend Colleen, a Rebel Stitcher, and I just threw it on the floor. Stand by. All right, so we decided we wanted to stitch something Halloween together, and we invited everyone to join us. The name of the chart is Spooky Halloween. You can purchase this as a download, like a PDF from Lakeside Needlecrafts. I do not have the thing printed out. I'll post the picture up here. Spooky Halloween. It was designed by Doreen Jones. Doreen Jones is fabulous. I love her Halloween and her Christmas, and she has the cutest little characters. It was designed by Doreen Jones. You can get it from Lakeside Needlecrafts. It's in the UK. It's a PDF. So Colleen and I started her, and here's where I got. Isn't that so cute? So I stitched her on Witch's Brew. It's an 18 count Witch's Brew by Mystic Fabrics. This is not, so when I was showing y'all before trying to decide, I'm like, oh, I got this big piece of Witch's Brew. But this jar does not need that much Witch's Brew, so I'm going to have plenty left over. Like this, there you go. That's how tall that's going to end up being. And it is going to take up the top part here, but you see, I've got lots of fabric that's going to be left over when I'm done. So that's exciting. If you'll notice this super cute needle minder, my friend Leann of Leann Stitches, when she went to Disney in this fall, she got me. Isn't that cute? Happy Halloween with all the Marvel characters on it. And she made it into a needle minder for me. And she also, where's the other one? She gave me this one. And I meant to show this last time because this was like Happy Mail Stitchy Kindness, but I didn't. Look at Rocket and Groot. She made it to a little needle minder for me. And I've got one more from her, but I'm pretty sure it's on another whip. So thank you, Leann. That just made my day. I love to get pins from Disney and either make them myself into needle minders or have them made into needle minders. It's just lovely to me. Lovely. It's just lovely to me. That sounded really corny, but y'all, I love Disney. And I haven't been since like 2019, so whew, it's getting rough. All right, so, but there's where I got. Isn't that cute? I got the owl in and I'm like super excited about it. Now, Colleen did tell me, this chart I think came out in like 2017, and that spacing across the top, it's not spaced right to where 2022 is gonna fit. So I kind of stopped here because I'm not sure if I'm just gonna get a little bit creative and maybe chop something off or add something on so I can kind of even stuff out and make the 2022 fit. I'm thinking about it. I'm not a designer. I know there is like a free program you can get, but I might just get some graph paper out and just fiddle with it a little bit and try to make it work when my brain wants to do that. So, but anyway, that's where we are. If you'd like to join us, Spooky House Sal. I'm going to put it down here below. I don't know how often I'm going to be working on it, you know, because I've got other plans, but you know, it's someday I'm going to get it finished. So it's not like it's going to be over with fast for me. It lives in this super cute Lynn XStitches bag. I love this. Look at this little button with woodstock on it. How sweet is that? If you ever get the opportunity, Lynn does post when she makes extra bags. She has a quarterly bag club that if you can get in on it. But when she also has some extra bags to sell on Instagram, she posts them up and you kind of just have to be like, me please, you know? So, all right, what's next? Oh yeah, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This was another new start for me. It's the, well, they had the Christmas wreath club before. Now we're doing like the Halloween wreath. So this was part 1 and it came out last month. So this was the first clue. They call them clues. So that's kind of like the middle of the wreath. I got this fabric from the kit. It is a 28 count pewter by Picture This Plus. It's stitched with DMC. Isn't that cute? There is some back stitching on the stained glass bit on the door that I haven't done yet. I wasn't sure if I was just going to wait on it for a minute. I don't know if I'll do it at the end or what I'll decide, but yeah. And then look at this super cute little frog potion needle minder from them. Yeah. So clue 1's done. I think we get clue 2 this week. So yeah, that's going to be, you're going to see that every month because that's something that I'm working on every month to, oh, here's the other, let me show you the other needle minder by Leann. It was in here. I had it, I guess, before I used the frog potion, but look at Mickey and his little friends. So cute. Yeah, that's great. So, thanks, Leann. So you'll see more of the Halloween wreath because every month I should be getting a new one of that until like next September or something, so. All right, my next one, another new start. This ponytail is not staying where it's supposed to. I don't know what's going on with the hair today. I'll just stand by here a minute. It is not staying. Ooh, okay. Look at which. All right, this next one is Stitch WIPS by the Tiny Modernist. I am stitching this with Jessica for Stitches of Sass. You can find her on Instagram and YouTube. She has a FlossTube. And we are calling our stitch along hashtag Tiny Mod Stitch Witch Sal. Isn't this cute? This was an expo release by the Tiny Modernist this year. So sweet. I am stitching this on a 32 count Stars Hollow blend by R&R. And that's where I am. I outlined that big old skirt and got some work done inside of there. Have a lot left to go, but I thought if I tackled that skirt first, I would feel good because that's like the largest part of the dang. Yeah, it's big. It's a big skirt. It's living in my October GaRon Toten Bags bag. Isn't that adorable? Look at that. I love this one. There's so much to see and look at. Inside has a bunch of cute little pumpkins. And this is stitched using, yeah, DMC. So very nice. I don't know when she'll come back out again, but I like her and I will finish her Sunday. And if you want to join Jessica and I working on her, you are welcome to it. We would love to have you join us and use that hashtag so we can follow along your progress. Okay, so this was a surprise to me because I got a lot done on this one. This is Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. I have finished the first 4 blocks. I am working on block 5, which is this rather dense, almost full coverage ocean scene here. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Heather by Picture This Plus. So I'll just start off with showing you everything that I have done. Oops, now it's in the floor. I think you can see that. I don't know if you can see that or not. There you go. That's how we're looking, y'all. So now let's kind of cone in on block 5 and I'll show you what I finished or what I worked on. I did not get to join the Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow Zoom this month. Stuff just kind of came up and I didn't really Zoom much at all with anybody. I was really busy this past month. Just with life stuff and work, and I did get to talk to Amy and Maggie one night very briefly, but yeah, I just didn't get to Zoom much. So but here we are. I got a lot done. I think the last time you saw this, I was like working on the sales, and I've got sea creatures done and a mermaid done and some skulls, and I'm working down here towards the bottom. I started on this necklace, which is a bunch of French knots, but I'm not really liking them that well, so I might be pulling those out and redoing those again. So here's the plan with this one. Now that my piece of paper here fell on the floor, sorry. So I would like to, in the next couple weeks, finish up like this treasure chest, and I think, do I have the anchor done? I can't even see. The anchor's done. It's just hard to see in the light with this ring light looking at me. I need to finish the treasure chest and like the coral and the sand. Okay. And then what I'm thinking is I am happily going to my mom's in Wisconsin for Thanksgiving. And my daughter and my son-in-law, my new grandson and my son and my husband, we're all going up and Winnie. And, but of course I want to stitch some while I'm there. However, I'm sure I'm going to have lots of distractions and be playing with the baby and visiting. So a good solution for me to stitch on would be something where I'm just doing fill-in. So in the next couple weeks before we leave for Thanksgiving, I would like to finish the bottom of the stuff around here, and that way, and then I can just do like a little row of each of these color waves. And then while I'm at my mom's, I hope to just do like straight up fill-in all around, where I don't have to have anything to look at. You know what I mean? Like I can just work on it and hopefully have this knocked out by the end of November. That's the game plan. So here's where I am now, and we shall see how it goes. Yeah, I love this one. This one is my happy place. I was happy to see Pam over at Just Keep Stitching. She worked on hers a lot this last month, and hers was looking fabulous. And yeah, it's fun to see everyone's progress on it. It really is super fun. All right. Oh, sorry, y'all. Oh. What else do I have going? Okay, this is the one that I thought maybe I could get done, but nope, nope, nope. This is Things I Know for Certain by MBC Creations. I love this one. I am stitching this on a 32 count Malicious by Under the Sea Fabrics. It is a gorgeous color. I am stitching this with some silk. It's a Gloriano silk. It's called Purple Thistle. It's beautiful. It's purple and brown, and it's lovely to work with. It slides through this fabric like butter. All right, so I did finish all the words, so you can read this now. Always throw spilled salt over your left shoulder. Keep rosemary by your garden gate. Plant lavender for luck, and fall in love whenever you can. So I finished all the words, and then I started right here on someone's umbrella. And then that's where I stopped. So honestly, I might do a bunch of, maybe in January even, I might do a bunch of outlining and then save this for a retreat piece this year where I can just do fill-in stuff. I can just fill all these in because they are larger than you think. Like just starting to do the top of that umbrella was like, nope, I'm not interested in doing this today. It was just kind of like, oh, those lines of stitches were just taking a little bit too long for my attention span. And you know, when you're at a retreat, if you haven't been, it's hard to pay attention to what you're stitching at retreats if you're visiting a lot and, you know, getting distracted and hopping up and going to look at this and what's this person working on and what we're going to get something to eat and we're going to go do some shopping and we're going to run around and do this. And that's pretty typical for a retreat. And of course, you always have somebody make you laugh and all the good stuff. So this would be a really nice one that I would be able to just fill in at a retreat. So kind of thinking about that. Praiseworthy Stitches, Blue Moon Manor. This is one of my older kitted up whips that I just really didn't have very much done on, and I got a good chunk done. I mean, it's a big project. What's the stitch count on this thing? Let's just see before I go any further. Well, sorry, crinkle, crinkle. 123 wide, 214 high. So not a small, nothing tiny about her. And I'm stitching her on 32 count Cauldron by Picture This Plus. This is the called for fabric. When you saw it last time, I just had these little cutie patooties down here, down in the dog and the pumpkins. And I stitched that tree one day. Yeah. So I got a bunch of that in. And then I moved on. That's just how it's going to be right now for this one. But I'm happy I got some more in. I feel like that's a more respectable start. Got probably at least half of that tree done, at least. So, yeah. I love it. It's still the cutest moon, I swear. The cutest moon. So, I don't know when we'll see this one again. It might be next Halloween. And so you'll notice there were some that I haven't shown you yet. I really wanted to get my restart done on Halloween Ball. That never happened. I wanted to get some more stitching done on Happy Haunts by Good Morning Maui. I didn't get any more X's done on that one. Now that one I will be pulling out throughout the year, so you'll be seeing it again. I did get a few stitches done on this one that I just love. This is Midnight Magic by Emma Congdon, Stitchrovia. I'm going to pop a picture up here because I bought this like digitally. It's like in a digital magazine. Here's where we are on this. I'm stitching this on an Aida. It is Mystic by Picture This Plus. Very beautiful blue. I did get a good bit of this witch done. That's what I worked on. Yeah. I really like this one. Carrie of Three Trail Stitchers, she finished her, I think, this last month, and it looks fabulous. I really would like to make some more progress on this one. Sorry, you keep hearing that little banging noise. I've got a bunch of needle minders lined up along the edge of this thing I keep bumping into. All right. Another WIP, another monthly stitch along. Dark Queen of the Earth by Leann Stitchery. So we started this in September. And so we had a part 1 come out in September, part 2 came out in October, and part 3 just came out at the beginning of this month. I have finished part 1 from September. I'm desperately behind. I have a goal to do October and November's this month in November. So parts 2 and 3 this month. And then as soon as part 4 comes out in December, I really want to jump on that and knock that out because I'm having hand surgery in the middle of the month, and then I probably won't be stitching until January. So here's part 1. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I'm loving it so much on this fabric. This fabric is 32 count gilded oak by Under the Sea Fabrics. It was one of 2 that were suggested colorways for this chart. The other one was a really beautiful green called Nightshade that I just had a hard time deciding between, but here we are. So I stitched this with the called for floss, which is DMC with the exception of this yellow down the middle, and that is by Rainbow Gallery, and it is like a petite, it's like lame silk braid, and it's got a little sparkle in it. And you just stitch it as it comes off the card, just one strand, and it's beautiful. The coverage is great. It is soft and super fun to work with. I am using this with Sir Thomas. I've been enjoying stitching with that with Sir Thomas. So I was happy to have some of that on this. You see all those little spaces that are open. Those will be beads someday. So yeah, so I'm gonna get this girl, this beautiful queen caught up ASAP. So I'm actually going to work on her some this afternoon. That is the game plan. Okay, just a few more WIPs left. Thanks for sticking in here with me. Jesus, hair. All right, so this month, my friends Jenny and Nancy of the Bougie Stitchers decided they want us just to start the Christmas moose. This guy right here. They planned to start him on the first day when they had snow. Now, I had already started him last year on the 12 New Year's Eve starts, 12 by 12 that Kea Bee and Pam of Just Keep Stitching hosted last year, which I have ideas for this year if they're going to be doing it. And anyway, I hadn't gotten a ton done on him. I had gotten some done. And we don't really get snow reliably here in Memphis, or, you know, I mean, it might snow one time, it might not snow at all. It might snow a couple times, who knows? So I decided that I was going to stitch on him on days when we have precipitation. Now, we've had a pretty much a drought going on, but we had some rain last weekend, and then we had some rain yesterday. So I've gotten some time in on him. So let me just show you where I am. He is in the Q-snap, and he's going to be living in the Q-snap because that means I have hope that I'm going to be continuing to work on him. So here he is. I am stitching him on a 32 count Arctic Blast by Seraphim Fabrics. It is a beautiful color. I'm trying to see. It's darker than you're getting, and it has like more kind of like purpley modeling in it and the light colors too. It's cool. It's cool. So here he is. The hashtag that Jenny and Nancy have come up with is hashtag Marty the Christmas Moose Sal. I was going to ask them, is there like a guy, is that like a thing? Is there a Marty the Christmas Moose that I don't know about? I remember when I was a kid hearing a song about Morris the Moose, but not Marty. So I don't know if they just, that name just worked for them or what, but I need to ask them that. But here we are. So I have, let's see, since you've seen this last, I'll put a before picture up here, but I finished his nose, I did a nostril, I've added an ear, part of an antler, and a house and a tree, and he's coming along just great. Super fun to stitch. I'm leaving these little areas right here. This is all one color that's going to be filled in. I'm leaving it because like I made a working copy, and that's kind of like where my working copy ends. And so I want to easily be able to match up. So I'm leaving these empty, and so I can make sure that I start this part in the right spot just to help myself out. For now, I'm working up into like the houses and his antler over here as far as my Q-snap will let me. So you'll see what I got going on here. That glare is pretty bad, sorry. It's just shiny paper, or what the paper's made out of, but yeah. Ah, he's cute, he's fun. I'm excited to be getting some stitches in on him. And like I said, I'm just gonna leave him in the Q-snap and pop him on my Lowry stand, which I am loving on days when it rains. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some rain and I'll make some good progress on him throughout the next year. Planning on it. Okay, and last but certainly not least, this was a new start. I couldn't resist. I did not plan to start this one, but once I had all of the goodies, like I said, I couldn't resist this one. This is called May the Spirits by the Snowflower Diaries. This is my first Snowflower Diaries, and I think this is beautiful. It says, "May the only spirits that invade your home at Halloween be the happy spirits of friends." I love it, and I've been stitching on it like crazy. So I got the chart, I got the fabric, and I got the floss from GaRon Stitchery, and they carry this is like a whole, it's sold separately, but it's like, this is the called for fabric from XStitches Designs, and there was also an XStitches Designs floss pack with beautiful, beautiful colors. So this is a 40 count gold sand. All right, and this is the XStitches Designs floss pack. Now, I'm going to show you the colors in just a minute, but I've run into a little situation. So, you know, I've just been stitching along, not been able to stop. 40 count, one strand of floss, not my jam, but it's been just like, I just adored stitching it. Like, look at this cat. I did a before and after picture on my, I'll pop it up here, a before and after picture, or I'll put it at the end of this cat and how different it looks after I got him all filled in. But oh my gosh, I love these flowers. This floss is like called Mariska's Red. Yeah, Mariska's Red. I'm gonna show you some of this. And I mean, look at these. Look at these purple flowers on the end. And you just can't, you really, on this fabric, you really can't see these flowers that great. You can see them better in person than you can in video. But they're so like delicate and kind of just muted and subdued, and I really like it. But I had, actually just this morning, I noticed something that I'm not really sure what to do about. Two things. First of all, oh, I've got a little stitch come loose. That's a problem. This bat. So his eyes are supposed to be white French knots, but I think it's kind of creepy. So I don't know. I don't like it. So I might make them black, or just like do an X, or I don't know. I've got to fix something about the eyes. Okay, and then the other thing is that, so all of the writing, the lettering is done in a color called Old Rosewood. And then this morning I started this other part down here, because this is all page 2. It's like the whole top left page. So I've got one page done. This part right here, see like these branches coming up in the leaves. So I looked at it on the chart, and it's that tree. Okay. But it's a very gray. And the letters are gray too, which don't bother me. I didn't know any better, but it's called for this Old Rosewood, and it is very gray color. It has a little purpley brown in it, but very, very little. It was also used in this middle part of this fly over here, and I mean, I can live with this fly, but I don't know if I don't really want this tree to be gray. And it doesn't really look gray. If you look, it doesn't really look gray on the picture. And then I looked in the owl. He definitely does not look gray. He looks brown. But, you know, pictures are different than what you get sometimes. So it says that if you wanted to do the conversion for Old Rosewood is $33.71, which, pulled some up here, is definitely a very dark brown and is significantly different than Old Rosewood. See, so I think though what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to, I don't want a gray tree. I can live with the gray lettering, And I don't want the gray owl all the way gray. So I'm gonna frog these little branches that I started. Thankfully it's not a lot, because frogging on 40 count is a pain in the butt. Just doesn't like to let loose. I use a pin stitch to start, and so my stitches are in there. They're not, I don't know really why that one just came loose down here on the bottom, except that I must have not have buried it back far enough. I don't know. That's been another little thing I've been doing lately, not doing a good job of that. So anyway, so I've really enjoyed stitching on this, but now I've run into a little snafu, and I just don't know if that's going to kill my stitchy bug for this or not. We'll see next time, okay? Because I had kind of determined, I was even telling someone, I think last night, I just wanted to finish this. Like I was going to stitch on this. I don't care if it's spooky or not, which check out this super cool spooky GaRon totem bags bag. Sanderson sisters, look at that little shimmery candy corn. And so I hope that doesn't kill my stitchy bug on this. I feel a little bit deflated about it right this second, and you know, sometimes that leads to somebody going in timeout for a little bit, because I really kind of just wanted to finish this month, but we'll see. You know, that can be a little bit, I might just be feeling a little bit dramatic right now, like, you know, sometimes that's how it goes. All right, so those were my whips for this month. I feel like I got a lot accomplished. Obviously, I didn't get every single thing that I wanted to get stitched on for Halloween stitched on, but I had a good time. And I was definitely stitching what I wanted to stitch, with the exception of kind of pushing myself to finish part 1 of Dark Queen of the Earth, and knowing that I needed to finish clue 1 of Halloween Wreath. I didn't really feel like any responsibility anywhere. I was just having a good time. So that's good stitching right there to me. Okay, like my cup says, it's fall, y'all. Sorry, I had some spicy Coke. That Diet Coke was strong. It made my eyes water. Anyway, so for November, we're in November. I am planning to stitch November type things, like I said, with the exception of my Dark Queen of the Earth, which that's kind of the earthy and colors are going with the right vibe. So, and then I will have the next clue of Halloween wreath to do, but I wanted to share with you some of my potential whips for the month. This first one is going to be by the Black Needle Society, and it is the Autumn in Stars Hollow portion, which I have a long ways to go on, but I need to get autumn done, and then I need to get summer done, because before you know it, it's going to be April and we're going to be having a digital retreat. So this is the Autumn in Stars Hollow section, the autumn section by the Black Needle Society. And here's where I am. So I love that needle winder. So I have a lot to work on. And I just wrote this little note on the back from Katie Landis from StitchCon. I forgot I got her to sign my chart. Oh, they're so nice. Okay. Anyway, yay. So I've got a good bit to go on this, y'all. But I mean, I enjoy this. I enjoy stitching on this one. I really do. It's like doing a full coverage, but it's not such difficult full coverage that I have to like make a working copy and, you know, highlight stuff. It's much more relaxed than that. Let's see what next we've got. I like this Disney dog bag by GaRon Totem Bags. Oh, I love this one. You know, I love me some Lindy Stitches. All right, so we have got, where's a pretty picture of this? Because that's a working copy. All right, this one is Autumn Strolls. Autumn Strolls make thankful souls. I thought it was showing the chart on the back. I love this. Look at these. So good. So let's see. I am stitching this on, looks like 36 count Nantucket Eve by Seraphim. And I've got some Fancy Floss and some DMC. Let's see where we are. Oh, I have a little start on that. That's promising. That's more than I remember. Yay. I'm happy to see that. Really, I didn't even think I had that much done. Not bad. Okay, so I'm looking forward to getting some X's in on that this month. I really like this chart, actually. I like it, I like it. Let's see what else we're gonna be working on. Are my other options. There's no guarantee I'm gonna be working on it, right? I'll do my best. All right, let's see here. Oh, this is Autumn Town by Leann Stitchery. I do not have a nice picture of this, so let me go on and pop that up here right now. I'm gonna get these Glorianas out just so you can see them. We have some gorgeous, gorgeous floss, just DMC. I have a Darby O'Gill and the Little People needle minder on here, which is a Leprechaun movie and doesn't really go with autumn, but here we are, Autumn Town. This is what I've got going. I'm stitching this on fabric. It's Mountain Air fabrics. It's called Apple Harvest. It was named and used specifically for this chart, Autumn Town. It's a little darker than you're getting, but yeah. Yeah, and let me show you these two Glorianas that this chart uses. They're very pretty. I haven't used this one yet. What's this one called? Apricot Grove and Black Cherry. So there's Black Cherry. Beautiful. And here is Apricot Grove. Ooh-wee. Nice, right? Oh, so pretty. So pretty. I started this. So Matt, the MBC Stitcher, and Kristen of Stacie Stitchers, they started this chart a couple Januaries ago. I think it's called like Holiday Hangover Stitch Along, because it was like right after Christmas. So yeah, it's a pretty chart. Okay, let's see what this one is. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna work on her tomorrow. This is the Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy by Mirabilia. Get her out of here. She came as a kit. I think they're selling these now. I don't think they're selling them as kits anymore. I think they're selling these as individuals. I started this with Mary Ashcraft a couple falls ago. Yes, I don't have a ton done. I don't know how much she has done. I'm stitching it on the kit fabric, which is like a natural linen. And I actually have a good bit done on this one too. I've got like her whole skirt done. But yeah, I might stitch on her tomorrow for Mira Monday. She's cute. Let me see what all she's got with her. She's got, okay, so she came kitted with a bunch of, these just look like a mess, but the Classic Color Works. Does she have any beads? Here's some beads. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, she's got a couple. Ooh, those are pretty. Nice. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to work on her tomorrow. Good thing I was filming this today. I pulled her out. She needs some love on Mira Monday. Mira Monday is something my friend Lisa over at Cross by Floss. She has Instagram and a wonderful FlossTube channel. I got to meet Lisa at StitchCon this past summer, and I'm looking forward to seeing her again at the Queen City Stitch Retreat next year. All right. She does Mira Monday, where you stitch on your Mirabilias on Mondays. Look at this So Much to Love bag. Isn't that sweet? I love it. What do we got in here? Oh, I guess I felt like this was sort of autumnal. It's Serbian Proverb by Ladida. It says, "Be humble, for you are made of stars. Be noble." Oh, so be humble, for you are made of earth. Be noble, for you are made of stars. That's really pretty. I'm stitching this with the called for MPI silks. These are definitely autumnal colors. And let's see where we are. Can't imagine I'm very far, to be honest with you. Nope, and this is Fiber on a Whim, presenting Lorelei Gilmore. Looks like I've just got a corner done, but it is pretty. Yeah, very nice. So I'm sticking all of these in my little bucket, next to my stitchy spot so I can stitch on them this fall. What's this one? Oh, there's so much to love bag. Oh, this one's so cute. This is an Owl Forest embroidery one. It's called Hedgehog Meadow. Very sweet, very sweet. Let's see where we are on Hedgehog Meadow, y'all. Where I am. This is like kit fabric. Well, I don't think it came as a kit, but I was able to order the called for fabric and the called for floss from their website. You can't get Owl Forest embroidery kits, I don't think, with the floss and everything right now, because they are Russian. But I think somehow they're still coming out with new charts, so I don't know how that's working. Look at this really pretty color floss, and let's see, this is what the chart looks like. I'm gonna hold it up there for just a second. I was thinking the other day, maybe I've been flashing my stuff too fast, so there you go. Get you a good look at that. And here's where I am. So I actually have a decent amount of done of that too. So I mean, I think it's autumny, but like with some snowflakes. It's got snowflakes and marshmallows, toadstool. What? We did have s'mores last night over at my daughter's. It was wonderful. But yeah, with toadstools. They're cute. Yeah. Oh, I like this one. I think my mom likes this one too. She says she likes hedgehogs. I won't fold. I think hedgehogs are cute too. In fact, I think my cousin's kids used to have a pet hedgehog. I think. Pretty sure. I didn't ever see it, but I think I heard about it. Okay, it's this one. Oh, there's so much to love bag. Oh, okay. This is Autumn Dreams by Cottage Garden Samplings. I know I started this one year for #StitchAsia, the designer of Cottage Garden Samplings, who is wildly popular right now with their woodland year of like woodland animal releases, and they're all gorgeous. Gosh, especially I liked that beaver. Did y'all see that recently with that long tail? That was cool. But this is designed by Vinny PS Tan, and she is from Malaysia. And isn't this pretty? Let's see where we are. Seems like I remember struggling with this one because it's on a 36 count. It's on the called for sanguine is the net color of the, that's where I am. Ooh, I have a lot to go on that. But it's very pretty. Very pretty. Maybe I'll get some time in on that. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Does it say? Does it say? I'm sure we all are screaming it at me because I don't know my birds very well. I know some basic birds. You're probably like, that is a basic bird. All right. What else do we have? Okay, so this one will be stitched on this month. It is not autumn harvesting Thanksgiving. It is very definitely Christmas. However, I started this last Christmas on the night after Thanksgiving. My family's family tradition is we all watch Elf together after we've put everything up for Thanksgiving dinner, and we're just like about to burst and we just want to veg out. We've got this by Good Morning Maui. So this is called, what is it even called? Buddy. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. So I did start this last year at my mom's, and so I will keep stitching on it this year while I'm there. I'm gonna take it with me. I'm stitching, this is an Ada. It looks like it's Picture This Plus Dwarf to me. Pretty sure. I don't know what size Ada it is, but I don't know if it's 14. Probably 16 count, actually. There we are. Isn't it cute? Mr. Narwhal? Yeah. So that will be getting stitched on Thanksgiving. I will be working on that one on Thanksgiving. It lives in this really cute project bag that I got last year at the Steel City Stitcher Retreat, which I am very excited to be attending this year again. I bought it from the Crafty U. Isn't it cute? Like the fabric, which is odd. Because like the Christmas tree goes this way and the gingerbread man goes this way, but the snowman goes this way and the nutcracker goes this way. I don't know. But anyway, it's cross stitched. So I thought that was cute. Anyway. All right. Just a few more. And then I'll go over some haul. And boop, the hair is just cooperating today, y'all. I don't know if this is really much of a autumnal piece, but I'll pop the picture up here. This is the Wallace and Gromit's family portrait. I guess it's family, so that kind of ties in, right? I got this out of a magazine. I don't remember all the details on it. I'll put it in my description box below. I have this one little lonely piece of wallpaper done. Looks like I'm doing this on an even weave. It looks like I think it's a Lugana. Maybe I'll get that out and work on that some. It's living in a really cute little dot goose bag with like camping stuff on it and pumpkins and stuff. It's autumnal colors. All right, okay. And then of course, I got Big Boy here I'm gonna be working on, which I'm very excited. I think I should give him more than just Sunday stitching attention. This is Sir Thomas by Glendon Place. Hashtag Sir Thomas of Glendon Place, Sal. I am stitching him along with Justine of X's and Hoes. You're welcome to join us. Follow along. He's so handsome. Haven't stitched on him in quite a while, but let's see how he's looking. And that way you've got at least a starting point. So, yeah. There it is. So, let's see. You just kind of got that little middle portion done there. And he sparkles and shines like you would not believe, full of Rainbow Gallery, Shimmer and Shine. I've got Petite Treasure Braid in there and Silk Lame, and he is just gorgeous. Also, check out this fabulous needle minder from my friend Colleen of Rebel Stitcher Designs. I love it. I do have him on a rolla frame, R-O-L-L-A frame. I like stitching on this. I'm excited now that I can stitch on him in the rolla frame with my new Lowry stand. Hoping to get some good X's in on him this month. He's been sorely neglected since this past summer. All right, so that's all of my possible whip stuff that's going to be coming up to show you next month. Now, I do have one thing that I'm definitely going to start. It is haul, so let me go on and show you that. I don't know if anyone's ever gotten a package like this before from Lindy Stitches, but that is what holds this super cute needle book I'm about to start this week. Sweater Vest Weather by Lindy Stitches. Isn't it so cute? The turkey's wearing a sweater vest. It's amazing, right? I love it. So fun. And I don't normally like really get into the whole finishing thing, but I want to get this done because I want to finish this. So it came as a kit. I can't remember if I bought these cool scissors separately or if they were part of the kit or whatever. They're Kelm Scott. Super cute. Let me just get out what I know for sure did come with the kit. So obviously the chart came with the kit, and we got, ooh, like, I don't want to, we got some fabric to stitch it on, and we have some different color fabric for the backing of the needle book, and like, I think this is, I don't know what all these things are. Some felt and really pretty counting pins. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do this. And then I'm going to put it together and stitch it up myself and have a fabulous autumn needle book for next year to use. So that's the game plan. That is the game plan. What else did I get from her? When you order from the Lindy Stitches website, she sends you a freebie. Oh, so this kit is going to live in my super cute bag from Stitchin Piece with all the little gnomes on it. I'm going to put that in there now. And when you order from Lindy Stitches, you get a freebie she usually sends you. This is Love and Prickles. Isn't that cute? And I did order a couple of pieces of fabric. I really liked the Sea Spray Linen by Seraphim that I got from her for my Marvelous World Stitch Along. And so I ordered another piece of that. And then I thought this one looked fun. It is 32 count Sparkle Gray Linen by Zweigart. And I don't know, it looks kind of funky and fun. So I got that too. Yeah. So FlossTube that I've been watching lately, it's pretty much been my regular folks, except I meant to say last month, I did find someone named Claire, the FlossChronicles. I'm enjoying her. She lives over in Germany. I don't know if she's put anything out recently, but I did like watching her. And then Fickle Stitches. I talked about them several FlossTubes back. And I got one of the gals' names wrong. Ladies, one of their names wrong. Anyway, it is Cheryl, the Blue Nose Stitcher, and Kate, Stitchy Aardvark. So go check them out. They're fun. They stitch a lot of fun projects. I enjoy watching them. Let's see. Now, just hang on just a minute. I'm gonna go get some haul. Okay. And then I heard that EJ was calling haul today investments. I like that much better than haul. Investments. So let me get some investments out, because if you haven't been watching the Sunshine Stitchers the last couple weeks, Sheila has been out and EJ did a stitch with me with Candy, the 614 Stitcher. Candy's really great. She lives up in Ohio. I was able to meet Candy at StitchCon. And then the one that she did, that EJ did for this past week with Sheila's gone, was with Deb. Deb's great too. So those were a couple of fun ones to watch the last couple weeks. And just hold on just a minute. I got a little bit of investments to, not going to be sharing all of the investments, but maybe some good bits and pieces here and there. I got this Mirabilia on eBay the other day. It is called Shimmering Mermaid. She is out of print. I was able to get her at a very, very reasonable price and with free shipping. So I jumped on her. She's out of print. Let's see when she came out. 2003. She's MD 71. I wasn't really wild about her before. And then for some reason I was looking at her the other day and I really like this compass rose and this border and everything around her. And then I was looking more at her whole tail, skin, fin situation, scale situation. All of that little design in there is Kreinik, and she's going to be a very shimmering mermaid. I like her. I'm excited about her. So that was fun. Possibly my favorite GaRon Totem Bags bag yet was one that was in their bag sale last month. And look at this. Look at this bear. And they're like with bees. And I'm scared of bears. But I love this fabric so much. It's Tula Pink fabric. And I do not know anything about fabrics and quilting and all of these things. But I think it was my friend Lollipop Stitches that, basically tuned me into the fact that I just thought Tula Pink was like a brand of fabric. And I mean, it is, but it's also a person. I didn't know, but I love this. I love this. So cute. That bear is so stinking cute. I did have a nice order come in from 123 Stitch. Let's see what all I've got in here. This was earlier in the month, and I thought I was going to get to some of this, but I didn't. So I ordered this super cute kit by Lindy Stitch of these Halloween ornaments. And I thought I was going to get at least one of them started, and of course it didn't happen. I don't necessarily have a favorite yet, because I think they're all so stinking cute. But this is how, if you've never had a Lindy Stitch kit before, which this is my first one. I guess all the floss comes like that. And it's stitched on plastic canvas. but I thought it would be fun. Another Halloween chart that I ordered that had been sitting on my wish list for a while is called Halloween is in the Air, and it is from the designer All Through the Night, and it has a cute moon. I thought it was cute. Yeah, isn't that cute? Maybe next year I'll get that started. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. Another Little Mermaid that I couldn't resist. I don't know where I saw her. I saw her stitched up somewhere and she just jumped off. She's a small one. She's a Nora Corbett. She's Sea Flora. Isn't she cute? I didn't order any of her beads yet, but I did order her Krynic, which is has a funny name. It's like called Orange Eruptus. I guess it's for all that up there. But yeah. That was a nice little order from 123 Stitch that came last month. Congratulations to them. I believe they're in Lewisburg, Texas now, and they have like their own storefront, and I'm not sure if all that's up and running, but oh, I was able to pick up a few things from my LNS when we went for our 901 Stitch Together last week that I still had on order from Expo, so let me share those with you. The first one was a primitive hare, and it's called Bridget Cleary, an Irish fairy. If you don't know the story of Bridget Cleary, Google it. But it's really cool, and the chart came even with this picture of Bridget Cleary to put in your chart. How awesome is that? So yeah, so I was excited. This was an Expo release from this year. Another Expo release that I'm really excited about. I think it's beautiful. It's by Little Robin Designs, and it's called All She Surveys. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. I love the trees, and I love the rolling hills. I don't know if it's like a perspective picture or how. It's just the butterflies and the flower are very large in comparison to this horse, and so I'm just not sure like how it would look. Maybe if I don't know if I'm gonna keep that in the picture or not, or what I'm gonna do about that. But I think this is gorgeous, and I love, like I said, these hills. I love this tree. I love this. So yeah, I would like to start that next year sometime. I think it's beautiful. It looks like it was charted with Fancy Floss, but it does have a DMC conversion on here. Stitch dimensions are 200 by 102. So not small. And my other Expo release that I was waiting for was from Nikki's Creations. And I think this is so cute. I don't know about y'all. I don't have very many Valentine pieces, and this is called Sweet Sheeping. Isn't that cute? I like it. And I like the way it's finished with that red bow. So maybe I can figure that out. Very cute. Those were some of my, I think that was pretty much all I was waiting on from Expo. So that should be all of my Expo haul now. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else here in my little pile. I'm just dying to show y'all. Let's see what we've got in here. I did place an order with Stacie Stitches. This was back from September. It did not take that long to get here. Let me just preface that. I just haven't shown it to y'all yet. It's still all boxed up. She was really great about it. She, I like ordered like the day before Hurricane Ian, you know, and so she got it out to me like as soon as she got back home. So, that was my first order from her, and I'm very happy with everything. I got this one by Blackbird Designs, Raise a Glass of Cheer. I like that. I don't have a whole lot of New Year's stuff, so I would like to start that one. I think that one's really cool. I hadn't really seen that one before. And then I got this Halloween one from a Dirty Annie's called This Is Boo Sheet. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was cute. I'm not going for bright orange and purple like that, but I think that's a cute little chart. And then I don't have a lot of Easter either, so I ordered this Easter chart from her. Trying to avoid the glare, but that means you have to listen to plastic. I'm sorry. This is like a 3D Easter bunny. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I thought that was really cute. And she also sells, you know, I love these atomic heart cross stitch thread chips. And this one is for thread blends. And I specifically ordered this because some of my charts that I'm working on for Mirabilias, or actually the Thomas Kincaid Disney charts, they have blends. And so I wanted some chips that that had an extra hole in them for blends. So I got those from Stacie's website. Stacie Stitches? Let me see. Hold on a minute. I know that's her name, but Stacie Stitches Creative Studio. Yeah, it was great. And super cute packaging. Came in a nice box. And lovely, lovely. All right. I think that's all I'm going to share with y'all today. I don't know. Let me show you this one too. Because this one's a good one. This one, I think, was actually inspired by, this purchase was inspired by the Fickle Stitches. I don't remember if it was Cheryl or Kate that stitched this, but pretty sure it was like in their first one. Foxwood Crossings, Morning Star Santa. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And I got that from my LNS, and then they ordered me the sleigh that goes with it. It's the larger one. They come in different sizes, but I think sled designs fit medium and large sleds. So this is from Foxwood Crossings. So I think this is I don't know if this is a medium or a large, but whatever. It's supposed to fit this. Let's hope it does. I don't know if I'll be starting this in December or not this year. Maybe holding it till next July, or who knows, because I'm not really sure how much stitching I'm going to get done in December. I've got my surgery scheduled for the 12th, and so I'm not going to be able to stitch after I have surgery for a week or two, probably. So, yeah, it's going to cut into some of my Christmas stuff. So, that's a bummer. I think that's it, y'all. I feel like that was super rambly. I'm sorry for that, and I came at you late. I will not be back until after Thanksgiving. I am excited to go see my mom. I didn't get to see her this summer because baby stuff was going on, so it's been too long since I've seen my mom and my stepdad. So I'm excited for us all to head up to Wisconsin. We have a great time. We have a lot of family traditions. My mom and stepdad have not lived in Wisconsin, but just almost a year now. But we still do our same things. And we're actually going to be going to a Christmas market that we went to last year. It was super fun. It was in Oconomowoc. And if you've never been to a Christmas market, which like last year was my first year, it was so much fun. They had vendors and they had all different kinds of food, and they had like a polka tent with like real polka music and dancing and German beer. And anyway, it's a lot of fun. And it actually started snowing while we were there, so it was like something straight out of a movie, you know, basically. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to spending Thanksgiving with my family. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the month, and no matter what you're doing on Thanksgiving, I hope you get some rest, and I hope you get something good to eat. And y'all, thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, all of the things. You are wonderful, and make this whole stitchy journey of mine just even more enjoyable than you could imagine. So y'all have a great month, and I'll see you after Thanksgiving. Take care. Bye.